Camera start.
Okay. Hello viewers, I'm Masud welcoming you to watch exclusive show with Masud. Today I have come to Saskatchewan province, Canada, and Saskatoon. I'm talking to the Member of Parliament of Saskatoon West, His Excellency Brad Redecopp. Hello Brad Redecopp, how are you?
Great, good to meet you, Masud.
Yes, so it's a beautiful country. I visit your country and especially your constituency. It's a beautiful and
this is the best part of Canada. Right here is the best part of Canada.
And you know that I'm from Bangladesh, basically.
Yes.
And the relationship between Bangladesh and Canada is immensely important. Bangladesh is a growing country, you know. Over past few years, it's rising faster. And I believe Bangladesh and Canada, we can have a wonderful partnership. So first, my question is, how do you feel today? And I know that you are the chairman of Canada-Bangladesh Parliamentary Friendship Group as well. So this way, Bangladesh and Canada, it has got a very wonderful collaboration. So if I ask you a question that how do you feel that we can have this collaboration more tighter, more stronger, you know?
Yeah, well, it's a good question. And when I became an MP in Ottawa in 2019, I was very interested in the Bangladeshi community. I'm close to the Bangladeshi community here in Saskatoon, and I wanted to do more to build up the relationship between Canada and Bangladesh. And actually, there had been a Canada-Bangladesh Parliamentary Friendship Association, but it was kind of dormant. There wasn't much happening, and so I got involved and was able to revitalize it a bit. I became the chair, and so it's been good to see other members of Parliament and senators who are interested in Bangladesh and Canada and how we can develop our relationships. And so that's why I got involved with that group in Ottawa to try to do what we can from Ottawa to pursue more and better relations with Canada, between Canada and Bangladesh.
Yes. Now my next question is, Brad, because a lot of Bangladesh, you have got huge population in Bangladesh, and you have got huge, skilled human resources in our country. And Canada, especially in our province, you need a lot of good skilled human resources in our country. And you were also part of Immigration Parliamentary Committee in Saskatchewan, So if you could tell us about it, that how can we have collaboration, especially the skilled human resource,
Yeah, that's a great question. So as you pointed out, I am the Vice Chair of the Immigration Committee in Ottawa. Mm-hmm. So I spend a lot of my time focused on immigration issues and how that works within Canada. One of the things, before I answer your question directly, I want to talk about students, because so much of the resource that you mentioned in Bangladesh, good quality people and good skilled people, that actually starts with students. Students who are young and vibrant with lots of energy, yeah, and they have ideas of things they want to do. These are very helpful people to Canada to help build Canada's future, Canada's economy. And so that's one of the issues that I jumped on right away was how can we get more Bangladeshi students into Canada? And there's a program called the Student Direct Stream in Canada, the SDS. And this was something that it is granted for countries like India, for example, but it is not granted for Bangladesh, which means that if you're from India, it can take you just a few weeks to get approved to come to school in Canada. But for Bangladeshi students, often it would take months and often up to a year to get approved. And so that's something that I started working on quite diligently. It's been 2 years, and unfortunately the Liberal government has not seen fit to grant that privilege to Bangladesh. They've had all kinds of excuses and reasons why they couldn't do it. But just 2 weeks ago, I got a letter from the government essentially saying they're not going to do it. So that was very disappointing, but it is something that I tried really hard to get to make sure that more Bangladeshi students could come to Canada. Unfortunately, the Liberal government decided that it wasn't a priority for them, so that's unfortunate. Now, on to the other part of your question about skilled work in general. Canada needs skilled workers. There's no question. We do not have enough. We're going to have a lot of people retiring in Canada in the coming years, and we just do not have enough people to fill those roles. Where we have to be very careful is that we bring in the right people. And by that I mean, we want to make sure that if we bring someone in from Bangladesh, that we're bringing in somebody that can be successful here, that has a skill that's needed here, that can work in a job that they want to work in. And because it does happen that sometimes people come to our country as newcomers and immigrants to Canada, and it turns out that even though we may have given them points through our system and however the system works, that particular skill is not something where there are many jobs in Canada. And to me, that's a mistake, because we're encouraging somebody to move halfway around the world for a job that doesn't exist. And I think our government has done a poor job actually of really clarifying what skills we need and what skills we don't need. So that's something that I would like to see done better. The other side of this, and this is something that we've talked a lot about, is there are certain skills that are very high demand in Canada, and I'll use the example of physician. We need more and more physicians in Canada. We do not have enough. On the other hand, it's very difficult for a foreign trained physician to come and work in Canada. We have very strict rules, and it makes it very hard even if you're an experienced physician from another country to get licensed and the ability to work in Canada. It's very difficult, and that doesn't make a lot of sense, because